Welcome to Bigfoot Adventures. Have you ever had a Bigfoot sighting? If you have and you don't want to let anybody know that it was you that saw him, or you're afraid to tell your story because you're afraid of you being made fun of, I'd be glad to tell your story for you. All you have to do is email me your story at bigfootadventures411@gmail.com. Let me know what you want me to say, what you don't want me to say, and I can put your story out there so other people can hear about it without you being identified. So this next story comes out of Custer County, South Dakota. Um, I spent quite a bit of time in this area. I actually was there in 2016 and went back in 2017 to see more. And I ended up going there the first time during the bike week that they have there, which was crazy because everybody around me was partying and I was trying to get sleep because I was traveling, but it was still fun, needless to say. Um, but this area is quite unique, and around it is the Badlands and all that. And if you've never been there, you need to go and check it out because it's amazing. But this story is about a man. He said that he was out in the Custer State Park after the buffalo roundout to just rest and ride his horse. He said he rode all day Friday and then he came back to camp, fed and watered his horse. He said he was the only one in the camp. So he went to town to eat and he was tired and did not feel like cooking. So that's why he went to town to eat. I went to Custer, he said, had a burger, left for camp. As you pass Bluebell Lodge, you take a dirt road about 3 miles to camp. At the 2.5 mile sign, you go up a good-sized hill. Just as I came to the top of the hill, to my left, I saw something coming down the hill. It hit the road and took one long step and was down the hill on the right. There was a lot of dust and rocks that came down with it, but I saw it very good. It was 6 to 7 feet tall. It had brown and red hair all over. Looked like a gorilla, only more man-like. It was not a buffalo or a deer or an elk or a bear. I went back to camp fast, put the horse in the trailer, and went home. I did not say anything to anyone, as they think I'm nuts anyway. I know what I saw. It was not a man in a suit. So the follow-up on this, um, they said the witness considers himself to be a cowboy. He works with leather and makes saddles and other tack professionally. And he has participated several times in the yearly buffalo roundup on horseback in Custer State Park. He is an avid hunter. He said, when I asked if it could have been a bear, he said, no, I've actually raised bear. It was no bear. The creature he saw came down a steep embankment on the left side of the road, landing not on its feet but on its legs on the road just 10 to 15 yards in front of his truck. It was 9 p.m., dark, but he could see it well in the headlights. It picked itself up and in one step was off the road and headed down the very steep and high slope on the right side. It was so steep there, he said, that a person would have trouble going down it in daylight. A person wouldn't really even try it, he said. The witness said the creature was tall, had long legs and a thick build, and was covered with hair. It did not turn and look at him when it crossed the road. I know what I saw, the witness repeated 2 or 3 times to me. No way it was a man, too big, he said. He hasn't in, he wasn't interested in Bigfoot at all. He had heard of it, of course. Yeah, I've heard of Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all that, but I really didn't have any care about it. And he doesn't really care about it now. But now he's afraid of being out in the dark and of what he saw. The idea of it mostly. He left the roundup right after his sighting, even though he planned to stay another 2 or 3 days. It really upset him. It has changed his life. He just doesn't want to go out in the wild anymore. He didn't tell the others at the roundup about the sighting because he has a reputation with them as a practical joker. It wasn't worth telling them. He just wanted to leave. The man was completely believable to me, the investigator said. He has no doubt that what he saw was not a man or a bear. He told me he can't quite believe what he saw. So that's an interesting story. That area out there, when I was traveling through there, definitely looks like it could have a Bigfoot out there. Some of these pictures you're going to be seeing in this video are of that area around, not exact area where it happened, but it's in that area. So I hope you enjoy, and I appreciate you watching and listening to my stories. And until next time, I'll see you then.